Today I'm going to show you how to use the ScreenPopper editor to create a mobile device friendly pop, one that will follow best practices to provide uniform rendering across all devices. The design of this pop was focused on demonstrating the mobile specific features in our editor. Once you see the basic concepts displayed, you can apply them to the design of your own pops. Let's get started. First step is to go to templates and select mobile template. Now to our design, let's add a box. We'll say no border. Use a color from our color scheme. Drag it onto the canvas. First thing I'm going to do is say I'm going to make this snap to a 10 pixel by 10 pixel grid. I want this to be at the very top, so that just makes it easy to find exactly the top. You can see right here it's at the very top and now it's 10 pixels down. So we want that to be at the top. We also want, for our design, we want this box to stretch to 100% of the width of the device, regardless of the device size. So I'm going to say width full screen. So now it's going to be full screen whether it's a narrow iPhone 5 or a wide iPhone 8 Plus or anything in between. I want this to be just a little taller. I'm going to change this close button to a little more mobile friendly one. By default in our mobile template, this close button is aligned to the right, but in our case we want this to go to the left. So I'll pick align left. I also want this to snap to the 10 pixel grid spacing so it's easy to get it right at the top. Just like the blue box is going to stretch to the full width of the device screen, this close button, because I have it snapped to the left, is going to stick to the left of the screen regardless of the size. So if it's a little device that has a wider horizontal resolution, that close button is going to be over on the edge of the device. Next we're going to add an image. I've already got one in the system, so I'll pick this one. Drag it onto the canvas. Here we want this to always be in the center, so I'm going to say snap to center. And now you can see that no matter where I drag it, it's going to stay in the center of the pop. I want this to just, let's put it right there. Okay. Next we're going to add some text. So I'll drag this here. I'll get the text. We want this to be a little wider. We have some more text going in there. I'm going to select it all. I'm going to paste my text in. I want this to all be centered. And I'm going to change the font. So now this text is centered within this box, but this box is not aligned or centered on anything. Just like the image, we can right click on this and say snap to the center. So now this text box will always be in the center of the pop. Let's go and add some form fields now. I'm going to add just the email address, moving the label down into the instructions field just to save some space since it is a mobile pop. We'll drag these onto the canvas. To make these easier to position, I'm going to snap them to the 5 by 5 pixel grid. So make it a little easier. Let's see. Make that a little wider. Maybe about that size. Position it about there. So there we have it. There's our completed pop. I'll save changes. One of the newer features of our editor, we have the ability to preview what this pop might look like on different size devices. So you go up here to the display drop down and you can pick iPhone 5. So here's what it might look like on an iPhone 5, iPhone 6, 7, 8. You can see that The blue bar stretched to cover the whole screen. Everything else stayed centered. The close button moved to the left a little bit, and it'll move a little more as soon as I pick a little bit wider device. So there you go.